Question number 24. Miss Sunidhi is working with an MNC at Mumbai. She is well versed with the portfolio management techniques and wants to test one of the techniques on an equity fund she has constructed and compare the gains and losses from the technique with those from a passive buy and hold strategy. The fund consists of equities only, and the ending NAVs of the fund constructed for the last 10 months are given below. Okay, these are the months and these are the respective NAVs. Okay, it is from December 2008 to September 2009. Okay. Assume Sunidhi had invested a notional amount of rupees 2 lakh equally in the equity fund and a conservative portfolio of bonds in the beginning of December 2008, and the portfolio was being rebalanced each time the NAV of the fund increased or decreased by 15%. So every time the fund increased or decreased by 15%, Sunidhi kept rebalancing her investment portfolio. Okay. 24. Computation of investment value month, then respective NAV. This is in rupees. Then the value of conservative portfolio. Conservative portfolio. Then aggressive. Then total. Next will be what is the action plan. And next it will be number of shares in aggressive portfolio. First it is December 2008, right? What is the NAV? It is 40. What is the value? It is 1 lakh, 1 lakh. So the total will be 2 lakhs. Okay. And there is no action plan, this being the first month. And the number of shares would be 1 lakh by 40, that is 2500, right? If you see the question, it states that Sunidhi had invested a notional amount of rupees 2 lakhs equally in the equity fund and a conservative portfolio of bonds in the beginning of December 2008, right? But here if you see, it is month ending December 2008 and you do not have what is the NAV on December 1, 2008, right? So there is an inconsistency. So we are assuming that Sunidhi actually invested during the month end of December and not during the beginning of the month. Because if you assume that Sunidhi invested on 1st December 2008, then you also require what is the NAV on that date. But since we do not have that, we are considering that Sunidhi actually invested on the last day of December 2008, for which NAV is provided. Okay. So next month, Jan 2009. And what is the NAV? The ending NAV is 25. Right? Now, conservative portfolio value, will it change? No, it will be the same, 1 lakh. What about aggressive? Yes, it will change. So it is 25 into 2500. Right? So it is 62,500. The number of units is 2,500 and NAV is 25 now. So it is 62,500. So totaling, we get the total value to be 162,500. Right? Any action plan here? No. So what is the number of shares? It is 2,500. Right? Now let us see what is the percentage change in NAV. So it is 25 by 40 minus 1. So it is 37.5% change, which is greater than 15%, right? So now we will rebalance the portfolio, right? To rebalance. Okay. Now, how will we rebalance? It is said that whatever the fund value will be, it will be split equally between conservative and aggressive portfolios, right? So the total value is 162,500. So what I'll do, 162,500 by 2, that is 81,250 in conservative and 81,250 in aggressive. This is how I have to rebalance, and the total will again be 162,500, right? So if I have to put in 81,250 in aggressive, what will be the total number of shares at the rate of 25? 81,250 by 25, that is 3250. 3250. So the new number of shares will be 3250. Earlier it was 2500. That means I am buying 750 shares. Buy 750 shares. Right? So this is how I will rebalance. Now, February 2009. What is the rate? It is 36. Now, the value of conservative portfolio, it will be 81,250, whereas the value of aggressive will be 36 into 3250. That is 117,000. So the total will be 117,000 plus 81,250. That is 198,250. Right? Now, at this point, should I rebalance? See, the NAV went up from 25 to 36. That is 36 by 25 minus 1. That means it rose 44%, which is greater than 15%, right? So we need to rebalance. Okay. So now the number of shares is 3250, right? So how do we rebalance? We will divide this 198,250 equally. So 198,250 by 2. So in conservative it will be 99,125 and in aggressive it will be 99,125 and total will be 198,250. So if my aggressive portfolio's value should be 99,125, then how many shares should I hold? It is 99,125 by 36, right? So it is 2753. 2753.47, right? So my new number of shares is 2753.47. Earlier it was 3250. That means I am actually selling. How many am I selling? 3250. Okay, 3250 minus 2753.47. So it is sell 496.53. Okay, now we'll see what is the position in March. March 2009. What is the NAV? It is 32. Okay. So conservative portfolio's value will be 99,125 and aggressive will be 32 into 2753.47. That is 88,111. 88,111. So total it will be 88,111 plus 99,125. Right? It is 187,236. 187,236. So now should I rebalance? It is 32 by 36 minus 1. That is a percentage change. That is 11.1%, which is less than 15%. So I don't need to rebalance. Okay. So the number of shares will be 2753.47 and there is no rebalancing required. Now we will see April 2009. What is the price? From 32 it shot up to 38. 38. So conservative it will be same 99125. What about aggressive portfolio? It is 38 into 2753.47. That is 104632. 104632. What is the total portfolio value? 104632 plus 99125. That is 203757. 203757. Should I rebalance? 38 by 32 minus 1. That is 18.75% change. So I need to rebalance. So to rebalance. Okay. Number of shares at this point, it will be 2753.47. Now that I am rebalancing, what will be the revised values? It will be 203757 by 2. That is 101879. 101879. And here I am taking 101878. It is 101878.5. So that is the reason I am splitting like this. 101878. So the total will be 203757. Right? Now 101878 is the value of aggressive portfolio, right? So I will divide this by 38 to get revised number of units. It is 2681. Okay, earlier it was 2753, now it is 2681. That means I am selling 72.46 units. Sell 72.46 shares, sorry. Okay, now we will see what is the position in May. 37. NAV is 37. So there is no much change. So the value of conservative portfolio will be 101879 and the value of aggressive will be 37 into 2681. So it will be 99197. Now the total value will be 99197 plus 101879. 101879. It is 201076. Right? So what is the action? 37 by 38 minus 1. It is just 2.6% change. So we will not rebalance and the number of shares will remain same, that is 2681. Next, June. June 2009. What is the value? It is 42. 42 is the NAV. Value of conservative portfolio, it is 101879. Value of aggressive portfolio, it is 42 into 2681. That is 112602. 112602. This 112602 plus 101879 is 214481. This is the value of total portfolio. Now should I rebalance? It is 42 by 37 minus 1. That is 13.5% change. So I don't need to rebalance. So the number of shares will be 2681. Next, July 2009. What is the NAV? It is 43 again. What is the value of conservative portfolio? It is 101879. What is the value of aggressive portfolio? It is 43 into 1 43 into 2681. That is 115283. So this 115283 plus 101879 will give us 217162. Should I rebalance? No, because 43 by 42 minus 1, that is only 2.4%. So there is no need to rebalance the portfolio, total portfolio. So it is again 2681. That is the number of shares. Next, August 2009. What is the value? It is 50. What is the value of conservative portfolio? 101879. What is the value of aggressive portfolio? 50 into 2681. That is 134050. So 134050 plus 101879 will give us 235929. So should I rebalance? 50 by 43 minus 1. It is 16.27%. So I need to rebalance. To rebalance. Right? Now the number of shares will be 2681. Now that I have to rebalance, what will be the value of my conservative portfolio? It is 235929 by 2. That is 117965. 117965, and here it is 117964. Okay, so the total will be 235929. If my aggressive portfolio should be 117964, when I divide this by 50, I get 2359.29 shares. 2359.29 shares. So earlier it was 2681. So if I subtract 2681 from 2359.29, I get 321.71. So I need to sell 321.71 shares. Okay. Next, September 2009. The value is 52. NAV is 52. What is the value of conservative portfolio? 117965, and the value of aggressive portfolio will be 52 into 2359.29. That is 122683. And when I add this to 117965, I get 240648. 240648. Now should I rebalance? 52 by 50 minus 1. This is 4%. So I don't need to rebalance. So the number of shares in aggressive portfolio will be 2359.29. Right? So this will be the value as on September 30, 2009. Right? Therefore, the value of her investment as per her strategy would be rupees 240648, as against what would be the value if she just purchased shares in that aggressive portfolio in December and she kept them as it is till September. It would be the NAV at the time was 40, now it is 52. What is her investment? It is 2 lakh. So her value would be 2 lakh into 52 by 40. It is 2 lakh 60, right? So the value of her investment as per her strategy would be 240648, as against rupees 2 lakh 60,000 had she opted for buy and hold strategy. So this is the solution to the problem.